Good evening and welcome back to Timberborn. All our beavers are hungry, very, very hungry, and that is because there is no food. Once again, every time the bad tide comes along, it obviously kills our food completely. So, yeah, it's a bit of a problem. I could enable at least one of these, I suppose, and use up the little bit there, but that's not really going to work for us, is it? The kohlrabi is coming back in again, so yeah, there we go. There we go. They're harvesting the kohlrabi. Cool, 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 cool. And hopefully our beavers will be okay for that. That's cool. We have lots of planks. We have a couple of gears. We don't have any treaty planks. That's understandable because we don't have any. We do have pyroresin. Okay, so we could start that going. But what I want to do is make sure this is done over here, which they are doing. They're just taking their time because they're hungry and thirsty. They move slower. So, yeah. I had a few people in the comments of the last episode saying about we could still go over the top or do other things with this, and also something I completely forgot. I know it, but when a builder has a task to do, regardless whether you break the path or do whatever, the builder will complete it. If you want to stop them, so if I wanted to stop the beavers going around here to build this because a bad tide's coming, I can just click on these and pause them. And if you pause them, the beaver will just turn around and go, nope, I'm not here. Nope, not doing that. So, yeah. So, yeah, could have done that, but I forgot about that sort of thing. So, however, there was a few people saying doing the tunnel idea, which I kind of like the idea of. So, kind of finding the central point here, which would be underneath any of those, I suppose. We just open up a 3x3 here. That'd be fine. So we're looking at this point here. Do you know what? I'm going to bring up this with the development things that can stay over there out of the way. Tell me where that is there. So that is 132. 132, and it's 9 high. Okay. So if we come over here, and we go to 132, that's where this path is. So we want to dig under this path here. Now this is 4 high. So if we went down here and then dug a tunnel out along, we could dig it all the way along, and out the rest of the map of here somewhere if we wanted to. And get rid of it over there. It's a lot to do. It is a lot to do. But I want to do it. Normally I play these just get to the wonder and get done for it, but I kind of want to do that project just to see if it's doable. And then have the good water come up this way, and then the bad water can just go away that way. So, yeah. Kind of think I want to try that. Really do. So, I think we will. I think we'll give that a go. I think we'll give that a go and see what we can get with it. So, yeah, because we do want explosives and stuff anyway. So, yeah, let's pause all this for the moment. Pause that. None of them can do anything because we have no builders there. You are full. You can be paused for a while. We're not doing anything with the centrifuge at the moment. That's fine. I think we're good for the moment. We do want to put an engine in here, but logs aren't coming in anywhere near the speed that I'd like them to. But that's okay, because we can always sort out another place. Like we could cap this off and fill this, but the problem is there's so much like contouring on this map. There's not many large flat surfaces where you can do that. So we need to get explosives, and we need to start explodifying out some places to make large flat areas. So like rather than here, we need to go down by 1 here as well, because this is obviously too high, and then have that be an area where we can do stuff like that. So yeah. At least let's pause for a minute. We don't really have any of them running at the moment. I want to get some science kicked in again so we can do stuff there. Yeah, I think so. I think so. We get those built. That shouldn't be too difficult to do. And then we'll get an explosive factory. That's the next task, isn't it? So let's get an explosive factory now. 400 science. We have 2,000 science. So let's do that. We're going to put you, flip you round to go there. And we'll put in a large warehouse, which will be for explosives, because we're going to use a lot. Tunneling requires explosives. If we go to the tunnels here, you need 1 explosive, 1 extract, and 6 planks. So we're going to need a lot for that. So, yeah. Okay. How are we for monuments as well? Can I get some monuments to increase our happiness? Can we also get a number crunch going somewhere? Is that a thing I could do? Could we... Could we get an infinite power source running? I think I need some explosives to do it. But I think we could run something along here for a decent power source. I know this is our power source here. That is fine, but that only works with the water. We have engines if we can get decent forest going, but we have the ability to cap the bad water, and then we can choose whether we open or close it. If we open it, it runs all the time. So therefore, we can have both of these open at all times and have them run along, and they could generate power for us all the time, which would be quite nice. We could do double wheels like this as long as we wanted to do. So we could like build something here, for instance, if we wanted to zoom along there, to the map, and have power in there, which gives us an infinite power source, which is very, very nice to do, because then we could get more stuff for explosives and other bits and pieces, and there could be much rejoicing. So, because I'm thinking an infinite power source would also mean we could put in the number cruncher and have that crunching some numbers for us, and everything could be fantastic. Could I just put in a power wheel over here somewhere? 94 if I put it there. I'll get it in there because it's not high enough. What does a number cruncher require? Science. 500 power. No. I don't know. This is done. No, it's not. This is not done because it requires one more thing over there. Oop. Now this is done. Awesome. Don't need that platform there anymore. Get rid of that. The drought has started. That's fine. I don't mind a drought. Drought's not a problem. Just means the power's going to come to a halt. That's fine. We can pause you. You can go work elsewhere. Not a problem. Yeah, lots are doing fine again. When we get the underground thing, we got some area here. I could do things. I could also switch over the pine to be oak. I'm going to do that. I'm going to switch over the pine to be oak. Because it makes more sense. You are full anyway, so we've got plenty of logs. That's not a problem there. So we have metal blocks. Let's get rid of this. Oof. And let's put in our engine. Can we even lock the engine? Yes. Yes, we can. So let's do that. We'll put an engine in here. Oof. But what I'll do is I will chop them all down, and then we'll start doing things with that. So when we return the water to here, these are never going to get green again. So that is a bit of a problem. But that's not a major problem because we can always do other stuff over here. There's no reason why we couldn't, for instance, grab some terrain and put it on top, over the top of this, and then it would be a bigger area, bigger green area. So Yeah, we've got that as an option as well. There we go. Our pump is running. Our steam engine is running. So fantastic. Fantastic. This is done now over here, correct? Yes, this is done. So this should be automatically filtering one way or the other. So we don't have to worry about bad side anymore, which means I can absolutely disconnect this here. So beavers don't go down there anymore. Because the bad tide will still come around here to this point before it goes off the map. So, yeah. Okay. Okay. So, I think our next step will be the bad water discharge. Try and get some infinite power. And we'll have to modify... I kind of want to... These are 3 wide. That's 1, 2, 3... No, they're 2 wide, aren't they? Two. No, they're 2 or 3 wide. I can't remember. 1, 2... They're 3 wide. 1, 2, 3... So that's 6 wide there. I want it to be 4 wide. And we'll do like a channel that just kind of goes this way. We'll just seal this off completely. Have it go that way. I think that'd be the best way we can do it. We could even turn it and have it this way. Build an aqueduct and have it zoom this way. And then put the bad water pumps on the end. Because we don't want them at the beginning. We want them on the end. Unless we go and tap into like this one, for instance. Which is a long way off though. We've got no other bad water nearby. So... So I either need explosives to do this, to level this all out and do bits and pieces we want to do here to run this way. Which would be the best thing to do. Just go from here straight along, do it 4 wide. And then just cap these off and seal that. Maybe even leave the pump in the end. And yeah, it's going to affect the power a little bit, but... Yeah. Yeah, not really a major problem, to be honest. I think it's going to be the best bet. I think that's going to be... Let's re-enable all of these. Oop. How are you doing for power? We are still 100%. Excellent. Okay. Okay. So we're changing the cassivus here. We need more cassivus. That's the problem. But... Right, yeah, so... Part of me wants to run it this way just because we can. Over the top, have it as an aqueduct. A completely built levee system aqueduct that runs along. Which we can do. Let's turn you back on again. We'd have to come down to this height though. We'd have to get rid of some of these. So we do want to unlock some explosives to do some bits and pieces there. Then maybe run some explosives in there to carve out the wall there. Although I could run the aqueduct along and just drop it into here and not be fussed about it, because then, you know, the bad tide just pulls out the map anyway, and we're not using this area for good or bad or whatever anyway. So we could do that. We could build it from here along to here, drop it in there, and have power wheels in that. I like that plan. This would have to go away though, ever so slightly, I think. So how tall do we want to do it? Do we want to do some crazy project like that to get some decent power going? And then also go underneath here and do this project under here, which will take forever to do, but I kind of like the idea of it. I do very much kind of like the idea of that. Let's put in the trees over here because I forgot to replant them. So we want oak trees. Oop. Oh, don't do that side. Bad hard side. Okay, let's test our... Let's see. Let's see. Doobie-doobie, bump, bump. There you go. So they close. That goes out there. That's all dried up all the way around. Oh, no bad water came down here. Beautiful. All the bad water is just being pushed off the map that way. 3 is enough for it. 3 is well enough for it. Let's put it in there. Beautiful. There we go. We are now safe. Hurrah! Hurrah, hurrah, hurrah. So it's this point in the game where I can literally go like, okay, we're safe. I'll just AFK till we get enough science and resources, and or I'll just build the wonder and let it get built, and we win. Which is what I would normally do. And this is episode 3. So I am going to do that, which sounds bizarre considering I just said I want to do them other projects. But what I'm going to do is do the wonder, and then we've done it. And then I've done it in the 3 episodes, which is what I normally do. And then we will do the projects afterwards. We'll continue playing it. So I can then go off and do another map. And that sounds like a plan. It sounds like a plan. I don't know if it's a good plan, but it definitely does sound like a plan. So, what do we need for the wonder? We need 20,000 science, 2,000 treaty planks, which is 10 of these, well, more than 10 of these, and 1,500 thing, which is almost just more of these. So we need 10 of these. So let's put in our resources that we need for this. So 1, 2, 3. How many do we got here? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold on. Is the wonder? It's not planks. It's treaty planks. Don't want that. No. Don't need that. Okay. It's treaty planks. I want 10 treaty planks stacked. So yeah. So 2, 3, 4, 5. Do we need metal as well? We do. We need 2,000 metal as well. So 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now that's 1,800 because they're 1,800. That's 1,800. Sorry, because they're 180. But that's okay because it just means we need to get we need 200 more, which I could put another one in, but 200 more whilst it's being built. It takes a long time to build the wonder, so not too fussed about that at all. So that's the goal. That's the goal. So I can just basically go, we're done. Yay! And it's I didn't need to put a path on top of those, so I won't bother. Let's yuppie, and then paste, and then copy and paste. What I could have done is pick one of these and actually get the clone, the duplicate, and that will copy it with all the settings in them. So there's another option I could have done there, so that's fine. But there we go. So now you can build this up, and once these 2 towers are full and we have 20,000 science, we win. Awesome. Fantastic. Wonderful. Much rejoicing. Yay. But we have other things to do as well. So let's continue on. I was going to say I will just wait for the wonder and we'll come back like I have done in some other episodes, but I've just realised I'm only 20 minutes into this episode, so let's not. Let's continue doing bits and pieces and building things and doing things and changing stuff and doing what we want to do. And looking over here to do things well. They've got to build this. So we can design this aqueduct over here, can't we? So if we come in with some of these overhangs here, let's have a look, see here. So what if we were to go... So I want it to be 4 wide, so I need to make it 5 wide for this to work. Which is conveniently the metal platform width. No, it needs to be 6 wide, doesn't it? Yeah. Yeah, so that won't work. So let's do these instead. So we'd go there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then build all on top of that. And then come over here and turn around, build up a platform to do that, turn that around, build a platform, and then do another one. So we'd have arches underneath. We'd have archways, which would be fine. I do kind of wish that there were overhangs that had solid bases, if that makes sense, or that you could levy off the same as you do dirt. You could run dirt over there. We could build it with dirt as well, and build a dirt aqueduct, but I want to build an industrial one because we are the Iron Teeth, and that's what the Iron Teeth do. they do in industry. So yeah, looks up there. Don't need those. Don't worry about those. In fact, let's clear up that rubble up there. We don't need that at all. Be gone. Okay. I do want to get some more happiness in, and we're going to need some more beavers for some stuff as well. So, because I want more builders as well. That would be quite nice to go. And more food. Maybe dealing with the food first would be a good idea. I'm all over the place at the moment, so maybe dealing with food would make a bit more sense. Because we are definitely struggling for that. Oh, there we go. Oak. From there to there, please. So, can I clear this out here? That will injure a lot of my beavers if I have that. If I do that, that will injure a lot of our beavers. So, but if I cleared that out, we could use this for some form of crops. We do also have the option, which I always forget with these guys. They've got hydroponic gardens, so we can get mushrooms, and we just need water for the mushrooms. So let's do a hydroponic garden setup somewhere. And do you know what? It can go back here, because this is some dead land that we can't do anything with. And all you do is you ferment the mushrooms. So, yeah, so we can come back here. We could put in the mushrooms here. There was also talk as well, I should move the forestry to be over here and the cassava to be up here. Because then there's less distance for them to travel to deliver the planks and stuff. And, yeah, you're right. I probably should have, but I didn't. So... and I had the opportunity to do that when I removed these. When we didn't do this. So let's do that. Let's do that now. Let's cancel that. There. We'll let this all get chopped down. We will. Excuse me. Whoa. Pause. I just did the wrong thing, didn't I? Yeah. Oh. I want you to chop down the trees, but I want you to stop planting the trees. Zoop. Okay. And we will pause you. I won't destroy you just yet. We'll pause you. And then we'll put them over here. But we'll leave this going kind of for the moment. And then we can move all this setup over there as well. Which means the engine can stay there. We can deal with the engine later. So let's put in the hydroponic gardens. That will need more beavers, which is a pain. Because I wanted to carry on with this here. Could we put it up here? Doesn't matter where it is. Doesn't matter. It's all it requires is a bit of water. So let's unlock the hydroponic garden, which is 200 science, but that's fine. So let's do that. So 1, 2, 3. Yep. I never know how high I want to go with these. In fact, hold on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put that one there with a storage next door. And that will be for mushrooms. Oop. And then we'll do the opposite side. I'll offset it by 1. And we'll do hydroponic farms this side. And these guys can do the algae. Not that I really need the algae for anything. So what I might do is I might just make these all mushrooms for the moment. Mushroom. And then have one for mushrooms and one for fermented mushrooms. Which will be this one actually, because it's closer to the houses. Mushrooms, fermented mushrooms, and then behind here we can put in an engine and some guys fermenting them. So yeah, we'll do that instead. There you go. Boom. Okay, go build that. That'll be fine. So, let's try something a little bit daft over here. What if I sealed this off here? Force with the bad tide this way. then did something here to just put some wheels in here temporarily so that I can get a number cruncher up here. That's what I want to do. I want to get a number cruncher up there. So we will levy off there, which means we need to platform over to that. I'm going to double levy that because I don't... Nah, one levy should be enough. We can always double it later. So, like so. We will run a line across there like that. Okay. I'll also put a platform, a ladder in here. Not that I know if it's going to flood or not, but we'll figure that out. For that to go up there. And then what we'll do is we'll put in a large wheel here, which is producing nothing because it's too high. Large wheel there, large wheel opposite, seal that one off. Run power up to number cruncher. Yes. Plan. So, boop. And boop. Number cruncher we can't unlock yet because it's a lot of money, but that'll live there. Okay. And then we come here. And we do that with the power wheel over here. Okay. Yeah, sounds like a plan. Sounds like a plan. And then what I want to do is I want to build into here. I want to unlock the triple platforms as well, like so. Yes, and then we can cap both these off as when we need to. I need to move this, unfortunately, but we can do that. We can do that later. So, yeah, okay. 2 unconnected buildings. Oh yeah, you would be, because we didn't build any ladders. Okay. Pumps are doing fine, that's not a problem. Could do with getting some larger storage in, but that's... Again, I'm spending loads of science. Although we are investing the science, so... It's not like I'm wasting any science, so... And then we're not really suffering during droughts anyway, so... Yeah, I think we're okay. I think we're okay. Right, okay. Okay, this works. I'm happy that this works. It's a long way for it to go, but I'm happy that we just get rid of the bad tide, so we no longer have to worry about that killing all our crops, which means food should now be good, although Cassifer is still desperately failing on us, which doesn't really surprise me that much, to be honest with you. But yeah, but we do want to work towards this, which we're going to invest 4,000 science into this. I know we're trying to save for the wonder, but well, we need to invest it so we can get the number cruncher. The number cruncher can get more because then we'll have spare beavers, because we won't have so many beavers working in science. They can work in other things. So, yeah. And then once that's doing that, we can figure out a build for the aqueduct. Well, we can do that later. That's not a problem. So, yeah. Okay. We can't get over here to do this, actually, because I have no way of actually getting over here right now. So let's fix that. Make that a super low priority so you don't go and build that straight away. That is spinning at not enough. Well, actually, it's not too bad. Yeah, the number cruncher needs 500 power, so you're producing about half the amount it needs. So let's put it in. make it a priority as well, so our beavers can actually go and build it, because it can produce some science. The number cruncher actually is very, very good. It produces 10 science in an hour compared to wrong buttons, compared to 1 in an hour. So you need 10 of these and 10 beavers to create the same that this does. So you don't need any beavers in this, so it's much better. It's much better. Not quite as good as the observatory, but the observatory requires beavers to operate inside it. So okay, and all the water's flowing this way, which is quite nice. And when we seal this off here, we'll get more flow, which will be nicer as well. Don't think you are down right down on the ground as well, so I don't think there's any way to make that any faster. There's some mechanics with the whole seal the floor off so the drop down is right next to them and so on and so forth, but I'm not particularly worried about that. Just purely if we can get up to the 500 power, that'll do. That'll do. I mean, look, this is already right near the edge, so yeah, that'll do. Okay. How are you doing for the trees? Trees are still growing and being chopped down and doing the tree thing. So you do that, and then we'll switch over to casters, which means I really want to get this done over here. We do have some explosives, so let's unlock. Let's get rid of this, and let's come in here. And I probably want to get rid of that as well. Yep, let's get rid of that, and then we'll also get rid of these two here. And then what we'll do is I'm going to unlock the explosives, and I'm going to come back to I don't know where. Here. Or something. I can't think how far. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that will all be green in there, and that will all become trees. Okay, fantastic. But I'm going to set this all to low priority. Set that as demolition. So I want them to build it, but I want them to do other stuff if there's other stuff to go and do. I would much rather you go and do that. Oop, there you go. Okay. Okay. Another bad tide is approaching. Cool, cool, cool. How are we doing for stuff here? Slowly, slowly. We aren't really... we need more ruins, don't we? Can we go around to here? We'd have to drop down some trees up here. Let's start on that as well, because we need to get round to the other ruins. We also need to actually get somewhere we're going to get a decent amount of metal actually coming in. So I would need to go over here or here. All the way up there. Let me guess, there's one over in this corner as well somewhere. Yeah, one over there. So okay, not one in the centre. So let's make our way around to get to this here. You just want to go down into the ruins in here, but I don't really know. Yeah. Right, I'm going to literally do a path. Let's do that. And then do... do you know what, actually? No, don't need to build a path. Let's just do the whole thing. Do the whole thing. Do it all. Do it all. Put in a woodcutter there. We'll put in a woodcutter up here as well, which won't quite reach all the way to the end, but that's the best we can really do. So you're going to go there, so up there. Boop. Boop. I'm going to put a path in there, and we want to go up as well, but I want to make sure they get the ones down here first. So put a scavenger flag, or 2 or 3 over here. Put 2 in. We are doing okay for logs as well, so yeah, ready to switch over to cassavas over here, which means we get a lot more cassavas in, which will be quite nice. I'm not going to bother plant the cassavas up here because it will just die all the time. I definitely want to get 2 farms in here. So, okay. We're getting plenty of pine resin. Oh, here we go. We are up to 800. Beautiful. Okay, so science can now be stopped. Science is good. We are happy. Awesome. I'm going to put in some more beavers. Actually, what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to delete these and replace them with the adult version ones, because we can. No, we can't. They require extract, don't they? Which we have. We have extract. I just don't have a storage for extract. Let's put in our large container. Yes. Make this for extract. Re-enable this guy. And then we remove you and remove you because you just reset. Cool. And then we'll unlock this. Yes. Okay, wait for these 2 to go as well. Pop out another set of babies. Boop. There we go. And then put in these 2. I'm going to do that. Let's go for it. Yeah. Okay. So over here, I want to put in some farms. And I'm thinking I want to do... maybe even a couple of them. What if we did this instead of that? Then we put in a farmhouse like over here in the end. That would not make any sense. Well, it would. Like a farmhouse there. 'Cause I'm just thinking of reaching up there. Farmhouse in there and like a farmhouse in here. Plant cassava even in here. Like this. And then we'll remove this path along here. Well, I'll leave that path in there, but we'll move that path because that divides the berries. So this should be a higher priority, and this should be a higher priority. And then what I'll do over here is I will go, hey, would you just not bother planting any more crops? Oop. You have no logs? Because we probably have no haulers. Yep. Nothing to do in range. Yeah, you 2 can now shut down. Okay, we need more haulers in order to get this running so that this can start working and use up the cassavas that's here. We want a storage of cassavas over here as well, don't we, actually? And we want to ferment them as well. Somewhere over here. I do not know where over here, but somewhere over here. It's not... No, I want the road. Thank you. So let's put in a storage... more storage there. This can be for storing cassavas. There. We've got 2 trees that are going to grow at any point, and then that'll be fine. You do that there. Oh, this can all be detonated out very, very soon. very, very soon. You want to clear out all the cassava that you can get there, and you can dump it over here, but really you're harvesting it and it's going straight into here and being processed, which is absolutely fine. Do we have any mushrooms yet? We have 630 mushrooms. Nice. Right, let's build our way up the mountain here. Just so I can do something like this. Oh, nothing to do in range. Oh, yeah, you're pretty done. Yep. Boop. Okay, so we build that and then we can get up here, and then up here I'm going to put in an engine, a steam engine. Yep, there. Demolish that. I'm going to put in a couple of fermenters. 1, 2, and 3 and on the back. And then we'll do mushroom cassavas. And then have cassava storage. I do not know where. I'll tell you where. Here. This will be fermented cassavas, which is that one. So we're going to do. Oh, I think we need mushroom, badger, but I'm not sure. We can always extend this out and then put more on the back here. And you're done. Oof. Right, which means you're done. Boop, which means you're done. We'll get rid of you. We'll get rid of you. We'll put in some more explosives here. We shall do the explosives like so. We can actually come out one more here, can't we? Can you reach these? No, too far away. Put a path in like that. Nothing to do in range. Who's that? Are you are done. Beautiful. Boom, 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 boom. This can become cassava. Zoop, zoop. There you go. Where you go. Awesome. Don't know why you're powering up there, but that's okay. Here we go. Fermented mushrooms. Beautiful. Fermented cassavas. Nice. Our happiness will go up another level. Fantastic. A plan is definitely coming together. I'm really hoping our beavers are doing okay. I'm going to put more barracks in. So we could go up to the roof and do the rooftop terraces up here, but I do want to put the happiness things up here and things. So yeah. Okay, so I think we are good. We're definitely going to have enough science. I did not need to build all these because we just don't have enough goods coming in for this to work. We got no metal coming in anymore, so that's obviously a problem. Do. Oop. We'll get rid of you. And they can grab these ruins, and then we'll put another ladder on top which goes up to these ruins up here. But I want to grab those ones first because I need to then disable it depending on the bad tide. Like there's a bad tide approaching now, so I want to pause this and not build it. Or actually, we can build that. Sorry, let's build that if we can. When we get a road close enough to it like that. We just won't connect the path up to populate these, so they don't go down here. And then once the bad tide passes, we will go and do that and get some more metal in. I don't know if there's enough metal here for us to actually build the wonder, but we will have the wonder done anyway. So how about we do this? I'm going to put a pause in here, and I will come back when we have the resources to build the wonder. And we shall build the wonder, and then we shall call this map finished. And we'll move on to a new map. However, we will then continue this map, kind of interweaving them. So we'll continue this map, and I will build, because I just want to build the project underneath there, and I want to build the aqueduct along here, and we need a new goal. Give me a new goal. What should we set ourselves to? 1,000 beavers? We've done that a few times, but 1,000 beavers is always a good number. Should we go to get rid of beavers and go with bots? What should we do? What should we do? Let me know what we do, and we shall go for that. And we shall continue on Helix Mountain through, and then I shall continue on doing other map ones on alternate days, and we'll just sort of flip between them. So, because I have other things come to a halt. So, we shall be back, soon with the wonder. I don't know how soon. I don't know how soon at all. But we shall be back with the wonder, and then we shall. We'll be back with the wonder. But first, let's light the candles, shall we? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So let's, before I forget, put in the, we might have to do this in 2 lots. There's lots of farmland here as well, but I don't know how many oak trees we're going to need. Not stupid many, but let's do one side oak trees and the other side a crop of some description. So let's just put that one in there. And then we'll put in a couple of lumberjacks. One there, one there. That looks good to me. And we will move our log storage over here as well somewhere. I don't know where, but well, I do know where. Let's put a log storage here. Oop. And then we shall plant oak trees in here. Zoop, like that. Beautiful, beautiful. And then we'll do, I don't know what over here. We have got a couple of crops left, but that's for future. Now we shall just wait to get our resources in for the wonder. I need to wait for this to go, and then I'll connect these up so that these can start working into here, and then we'll put a ladder on top. They can go up to here as well. So, yep, and then we'll get the iron. We'll get the treated planks, and we shall be back then. So I will see you in a while. Okay, so this time I remember to unmute myself before I start recording things and doing stuff, which sucks. So I realised that I'm not going to put a cut in here and skip to the wonder and what necessarily. I'll put the wonder up here, I think, and do things because we're not going to have. There's not enough metal here. There's not enough scrap here for me to have enough metal to do it. So instead, I decided to invest the metal in here to up our happiness, and recorded it all, glanced over, and then realised I was muted because I'm an idiot. But hey ho, we'll let me show you what I'm going to do here. So we are going to continue this, and I will. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to put a cut in. I'm not going to do a time skip thing or whatever. No, we'll do a tunnel. We'll do a thing. We'll play the whole map. We'll play the whole map for a change in this one here, and then we get back to just doing the 3 episodes into a wonder. So what I have done here is I have built up the back to the roof here, and what I want to put in is this setup here. So I do need to change. Oh, before I lower the priority of those, lower the priority of those, and up the priority of those. I think, although these require metal blocks and planks, no, we should be all right. So we're going to build this here, and this will have the rooftop terraces on top, which will be fine. And I've got all the ones in the correct places, so they cover all the housing of all the time. So yeah, they'll be fine. We've got the statue in the centre, the clock on top, the bell on the front. Oh god, that bell's annoying. Oh god, that bell's annoying. You just hear doing stuff, and it goes ding 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 all the time, just constantly. It's like, and there's no. Yeah, I don't like the bell. I don't like the bell. So yeah, but I can't do anything because I have no wood. So we're waiting for this to grow here so we can get the wood. But it'll be done soon. It'll be done soon. We need to fill these up. That's fine. We pretty much have enough science for the wonder anyway. So yeah, I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay. I do need to put down some more places for beavers to do stuff. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set here mark resources for demolition. Let's get rid of all those. That's going to injure all our beavers, but I don't. It's not that I don't care. It's that they'll get over it. They'll get over it. So we'll do this. Let's make these a low workplace. Like that. And then what I'll do is I will let's also up those two. I'll put in another hauler over here, so our new beavers we're getting in can have haulers and worker jobs and stuff. So yeah. Also, I think I might dynamite out the back here. So let's do 3, 2, and 1, and then we can put our 2 monuments back here. Couldn't we? We could put the Labour Monument there, and the Flame of Unity there. That will get all our houses, won't it? The flame. Yep, they'll get all the houses. Cool. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. I like that. I like that. Yeah, let's do that. So we'll put those back there. And then this can all do its thing. And there can be happiness and joyous and oneness. These are going to have no range because that's there because we've got no wood to build anything. So. But we'll get there. But we need to go out and have a look at either coming to here and getting this scrap here, or going to a underground ruin to get that going there. I would like to say that maybe we could use like the tunnels or tubeways, but they all require metal. They all require metal blocks to get there. So I need the metal blocks in the first place to get to the metal blocks. And then if I built a path system to get over here, why would I bother with the tube systems? So yeah. I really wish more maps would have the underground ruins closer to to you. I know that sounds bizarre because hey, you've got to go really far to get them, but no, because you need like treated planks and other bits pieces to make them anyway, and you need the science to do it. So having them closer isn't really going to affect you, to be honest. Have them so far away, yeah. I feel like lots of maps put them just so far out away. You might use one. You'll never go and tap into more than one. So, not that you should need to tap into more than one because this game doesn't have that sort of thing. I don't know, I'm rambling. Anyway, we're going to leave this one here. We will come back next time and we will continue on. And this will be a slightly longer playthrough. I say slightly longer. We'll probably just, I don't know, 10 episodes or something. I want to build the underground path that goes through here and drains the water down. The water can pop up here, or the bad tide can go out over that way. I want to build a aqueduct that either continues this along, I mean we have that there going along, or comes this way. I might just continue this one along. We might just do some dynamite-y things and just run this straight line all the way along the edge of the map. See how it's going. There were a lot more comments on the episode that I didn't realise. For some bizarre reason, YouTube did not. It told me I had 3 or 4 comments, and there was more. So my apologies to those who I missed. But Primal, you mentioned mixing up here. I think you're talking about here, where I'm mixing up the opposite side where I can't have houses opposite side because it's an odd sparks thing. Well, no, because I've done that here for one. But more importantly, the idea behind it was that the ladders only have three entrances, and you have the ladder on the back. So if I put that here, it would block the doorway. So hence why I'm staggering the entrances. That's why I was doing that there. So yeah, nothing for love that. Just trying to make sure it doesn't affect the ladders. So basically there. And also you mentioned Skystorm did a test on the power wheels, saying that the compact wheels were better than the large wheels. Now I have done that test very, very long time ago, like update 4, I think, when some changed the water mechanics come along, well before 3D terrain, and I found the opposite. I found they were severely lacking. With the same amount of water going through them, they were severely lacking compared to them. Maybe stuff has changed. I know water mechanics have changed in general, so I probably have to have a look at that. There was also some videos and stuff on them of doing the whole folding water so that you have water, like when the water goes down a block, if it's like this block is much faster because the volume of water is coming from 2 sources. It's coming from this block down and this block down. So that and that one there is fast as well because it's got volume from this block and this block here. So having angles like that speeds up the water, and you can do weird stuff with that. And yes, if you're really optimizing stuff like that, but I don't think you need that in this game. I really don't. Unless you're planning to build something that is producing 1 million planks or something, and you know, I don't. But maybe we'll revisit that and have a look at it. But yeah, we'll see if that one there. So yeah. But okay. So we shall leave this one here, and we shall come back next time and continue from there. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. I hope you have enjoyed this one. I do hope to see you again in the next one. And until then, as always, have fun.